Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Server Play. This is Scoots42, and as I said, I went ahead and got us a second Empowerer and Atomic Reconstructor. What do you say? So what I would like to do is start getting this automated because I want to get into some other things that I haven't really had a chance to play with before. Like these phantom faces is great for item transfer, and I would really like to get into them for the energy transfer. It takes a lot of empowered stuff, though, to make these things. Like what I really want, like the Phantom Redstone face would be totally awesome. And you can see the Phantom Energy face needs the empowered Restonia crystals. And I don't really want to, sit around and just empower stuff, for days and days to get what I need. So I think it would be much more beneficial if we went ahead and just got this guy automated. So that's what I would like to work on today. I've automated this plenty of times, lots of different ways, so I'm not predicting any real difficulties. I've never automated it with the thermal expansion stuff before, though, so there may be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can manage it without too much trouble. There we go. We're going to need some of our Signalum flux ducts here. Item duct, impulse item duct. Where'd they go? I never can find these things when I want them. The ones that do Signalum plated item duct. Yes, that's what I want. They do power and items. That's what we'll need for this. And these guys are going to get connected like so. Now, what I haven't really discovered is if there is a way to do like an in-out operation with these guys. So let's take a look real quick and see if there is maybe some kind of a servo or a filter that will help us. We may end up needing to do more than one of these connections. So we may end up with something that looks more like this. And, that really is not particularly ideal, but I think it'll be okay. And, that's actually kind of what I'm going to try to do here first, I think. We're going to do it that way. We'll do the power and item connection on the bottom, and that's how the stuff will feed in. And let's see, we'll need just, I think, a regular Signalum item duct will work just fine. Well, that's kind of weird. Items and redstone, items and redstone. Oh, those are impulse. I want the regular impulse, or the regular flux ducts, I think. No, regular item ducts. Do we have regular? Just item ducts, impulse. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. We'll do one here, and we'll probably need to do another one there. And I think we're going to need some more of those, because we'll just do the regular impulse ducts on the top, I believe. Oh, good. I do have these set up to auto-craft. Nice. We'll get a few of those auto-crafted. I mean, honestly, this may not be the prettiest setup in the world, but it should work. Now, of course, if anybody at home knows a way that I can get these to do in and out, that would be fantastic. But I don't know that there is. I haven't come across it yet if there is. That would be lovely. And this is actually one of the reasons I want to get the Phantom Faces, because I believe I can make these builds a little prettier. Let's see, Impulse Item Duct, that's what we want. And we'll just kind of connect these guys. Like so. And we'll have to set up a fair amount of filtering on the top. We won't have to set up any real filtering on the bottom, I don't think. Now let's see. So let's kind of dig down here a little bit. Because we are going to want to connect you to some power. There we go. And some regular old flux ducts would be great. Let's see, what is this? Hardened flux ducts. Can we get to a higher tier, maybe? A flux duct? Yeah. What do I need for those? These guys? Redstone energy flux ducts. Let's see what we need to do to get those going. Redstone energy flux duct. Okay, so let's set that up. Now let's run back up to the main base for a second, and we'll set up an auto crafting recipe for those, and then we should be able to set up an auto crafting recipe clear you out. There we go. Electrum. I'm pretty sure I've already got Electrum set up to be auto crafted, so that shouldn't be a problem. We'll just run over here. I've been keeping all of like my regular crafting recipes over here in the main base, just so I know where everything is at. And then I've got over here, I pretty much do all of my processing patterns over in this area. I mean, I could do it all in the base, but it's just easier for me personally to keep track of this stuff this way. So let's see. We want the Signalum flux ducts, and I think there we go. Signalum flux duct empty is made like that. Well, I could have sworn it just told me that I needed to. There we go. Signalum flux duct empty. So how do I make that again? Like this. Well, maybe I could have sworn at some point I'm going to need to run this through one of these machines down here. I'm pretty sure. It looks like that's a regular crafting recipe also. So let's take a closer look at it. Let's see, I just taught you how to make the redstone energy flux ducts, right? And I want you to make these. Okay, I could have sworn that it was going to tell me that I needed to run yeah, that's what I just made. Okay. Okay. I think I understand what's happening. So that's going to be a regular pattern, which I apparently made again for some reason. I could have sworn, I thought I had seen that I needed to make a processing pattern in there somewhere. Because I should need to take that first here and run it through a fluid transposer with redstone. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. Now let's see. Yeah, that's what I saw right there. Because that's what we just made, right? Or that's what we told it we wanted. Okay. So that is what we need to do. We need a processing pattern for that. And let's recycle this guy. Oh, and I just threw the pattern away. Come on, pattern. There we go. And here's our redstone guy right here, our redstone fluid transposer. I've got one set up that does glowstone related things over here somewhere. Here we go. This magma crucible is basically dedicated for glowstone, and then this one here is dedicated for redstone. So now, hopefully, we should be able to request these guys. Let's just request a stack of them. And I am missing something. One's hardened copper glass. Are you serious? I don't know how I could have missed that. It keeps trying to do that to me. Let's see which one of these I made with. It's probably that first one. Now we can take care of that. I don't know why it wants to default to the. Yep, sure enough. We'll fix that real quick. That's not a big deal. A little frustrating, yeah, sure. Let's see, let's clear you out. And let's put you up there. And let's try that again. Now wait just a minute. There it is. Now see, it's like it's defaulting to the hardened copper, and I don't want that. Let's put the shield back in there, please. What I want is this stuff, which we can auto-craft, and that should work just fine. So I don't know why it kept trying to do that. Let's split these up a little bit. There we go. Something like that is good. All right, so let's go put this pattern back. I don't know why it keeps trying to do it with the copper. See, so you can go right back up there. We'll head back over here. And before I forget, we'll put those other blank patterns back in the processing encoder here. we go. Now we can request them, please. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's actually... That couldn't have happened that fast. Really? Oh, it didn't. Okay. We're waiting on stuff to happen. That's got to be what's happened, right? See, what am I doing wrong here? Gotta be... Okay, there we go. Redstone, energy flux, and then we need to make a processing pattern for that. Okay. I thought we needed to do more. 9,000. We want to do the signalum next. That's a crafting item. There we go. That's what I want. I think. No, I want this one. No, come on. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so that should be what we just made, right? Man, this is so confusing. I don't want the hardened. That's what I want, is the signal and flux duct. Signal and flux duct empty. Okay, I think I'm starting to see what's going on here. So in here we have redstone, so we want the signalum in there. And I think we need to do one more crafting pattern here. Man, this stuff gets a little intricate sometimes. And then I believe I need to tell you how to make the, let's see, where we go, the empty one, right? Yes, okay. Think this will work? I think I finally got it. Geez, all this because I want some fast power transfer. Alright, so hopefully we should be able to request these things finally. Let's see. These guys. Right? I think it's working. We might need to give it a minute because I have not, at least I don't think I did. I might have upgraded this. This is so strange. I must have just totally derped this up somehow. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that these are correct. Yeah, those have got to be correct. So I must have somehow messed up. I don't know why I keep trying to run over there. I must have somehow messed up the crafting recipes. So let's reload our chunks here. I got some kind of jankiness going on. Because I want this guy, right? And to get him, we run that, which is this, redstone energy flux ducts, which is that. So if I just request, what are you doing up here, by the way? Let's cancel all that stuff. Something's not going on. Something's not right somewhere. So let's try this all again. All right. Let's take you and you out. I think that might have been what was the problem, believe it or not. Okay, so let's try it again. Maybe that was all it was. I want to see what happens if I try to ask for more. Okay, that's what I would have expected. And now if we run over here, we should see that crafting in our fluid transposer. Which is not for some reason. Is it because the back isn't set to input? Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. Well, at least we got it figured out now, right? There we go. This is what I'm after right here. Is basically I want to replace all of these here going over there. And I'm gonna wait until I've got enough. Because it's something I'd kind of like to do relatively quickly. Let's see how far we can get with those, because that might be enough. Might not, though. Let's see if I've got my wrench handy here. Where'd you go? There you are. We'll probably need to replace that as well. All you guys can just run off of your internal buffers until I get this straightened back out. There we go. Didn't want to cooperate there for a second. There we go. Just enough. So you guys should be getting energy now. Right? Yes. Very good. And we will eventually get these swapped out. I'll probably work on that off camera because you guys have seen me do enough of that. But anyway, now we should be able to get back to getting this guy to auto craft for us, which will be super, super useful. So, there's a couple things we can do here. I think I'm going to want a couple more of these signal and plated item ducts, though. You know, we could just use the regular ones. Let's try that. Let's get a chest, and I think the iron chest will do just fine. And the chest is probably, I think, where's our nearest grid connection? Right there. So let's have this guy live like right here, I think. And let's get another crafter. And you, trying to think about how I want to do this. These are up here, so we're probably going to have it come up there. So let's have you underneath. So the crafter can just live like right there. That's already facing the right way. That's nice. So where's our nearest grid connection? Right here, it looks like. So you can just come right under the floor here. Nice. And do we have any cables on us? No. Let's get some cables. Now the bad thing is I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell. Oh, there I can see. Okay, good. Well, not good, but I did miss a couple spots. At least I can see that I missed it. And now that guy is set up. And I think what I'm going to do is we'll just put like a little trap door here. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just kind of pop you down right there. And then if I want to change the recipe for the Empowerer, we should be able to get to it pretty easy. As long as I stop throwing my stuff down there. There we go. All right. Wow. This is taking much longer than I wanted it to. Now, the tricky thing is, I think what we're going to want is a retriever. Let's try a signal and retriever. Nice. I'll put that retriever on there. And you can see we've got quite a few spots here where we can pull stuff. And what I think would be smart to do, since we've only got, what, 12 things here, let's set that to whitelist. And I may need to empower some things to begin with to get that all going. No, I'm not going to be able to set that there after all, because I'm a derp. Now we're going to need to put you like right here. Let's see, where'd my wrench go? And spin you around. Right? Yeah. And then what I'll probably do is we're going to have like an importer, I think, is what we're going to need to do. Yeah. So let's move you, get you there. There it goes. And I should still be able to put this back here, right? And then here, let's see, how are we going to do that? We'll worry about that in just a second. I think what we need to do, let's tear some of this up a little bit. So we'll put a filter on this guy. So let's get a filter. And hopefully we can get a signal and filter. Nice. And we'll filter what goes right here. And we will filter, we're still going to filter, the stuff coming off of this line. And honestly, I don't know that I need all that. Now that I think about it, I think I may have, because I won't need to take any of that stuff. So we might be able to make this prettier than I thought. Because we're only going to need to be able, or we're only going to have to extract what comes off the empower itself. So that, I think, is going to be a pretty simple thing. I mean, we're still going to filter it, because we don't want it trying to pull off what is being empowered. We're only going to want it to filter what is empowered, right? So for that, that's actually going to be a lot simpler than I thought. We'll just do a little ender chest here. Since we don't have any real problems making that guy. Except for when I don't have enough chests. You'd think I'd have set this up for auto crafting as much as we're relying on the ender chests. So you should just go right there. Nice. Okay, so let's get another filter. A signal and filter. There we go. Nice. We should be able to filter what goes into this. And we're going to go ahead and set this to our standard blue. At least I finally started making some extra blue powder, right? There we go. I know we're starting to run a little long on this, but I really, really want to get this done today. Now let's see, we're going to need, yeah, these should work just fine for this. And if I'm right, we should only filter what goes in here. So maybe instead of a filter, we can do a retriever. Right? Because then it's only going to pull what we want. So let's try this with a void crystal block, I think. Would probably be one of the simplest things. Let's get our processing pattern. No, I'm doing this all wrong. What we want is an empowered crystal block. There we go. So I'm going to need to make one of those really quick. So that we have one. I thought I had one. I do have an empowered Nori crystal. So maybe for testing purposes, we'll just try to set it up that way. Because you've got to have it to tell it, oh, I need a processing pattern. There we go. Maybe that's why it was giving me a hard time. There we go. Okay, so that wasn't nearly as rough as I thought. Now I will need it so that we're only piping in the stuff into that ender chest. So I think if I put you in here, right, and I tell you that we're going to whitelist this, and I think we need a Nori crystal. So I'm going to tell you to retrieve the Inori crystals on a whitelist. Alright, so let's see what happens now if we ask for an empowered Inori crystal. Is it going to do what I want? I gotta say, it's not really looking like it. It put all the stuff in there, but I forgot to put a servo on there. Okay, so let's put a servo on here. Now let's get a signal on one. Of course it's not. Why would I have used my wireless receiver for that? And let's get a signal servo. There we go. And you can hopefully be set to always active. And hopefully everything will end up in the right place. And no. No, it most certainly did not. I was really hoping that retrieval node would make it so that I don't need to filter. Oh man, that's gonna not be the greatest. So what we're gonna need to do then is get some filters, and we'll want to do signalum filters times 4. And these will just blacklist. I think that'll be the simplest way to do it, so that doesn't happen again. And we're going to blacklist Inori crystals. We're basically going to have to teach this thing every recipe. I was really hoping that it would be a little smarter. I was really actually hoping that that retrieval node would prevent that from going anywhere else. So blacklist Inori crystals. I think you're going to be cool. Okay, so let's try it again. Well, actually, I guess let's go ahead and let you do your empowering thing, so the grid thinks that it actually happened. Do you need to be a retrieval? Let's see, let's do it like this. Let's put the retriever up there. On a whitelist. And let's put the filter down here. Really? It's not gonna... So maybe let's try adding a servo? So if we're going to put a servo on it, we shouldn't need the retrieval node. Or what I could have done was forgotten to set that to always active or something. Well, I guess, it won't really matter now. Well, let's just do it this way, I guess. We'll whitelist the empowered Inori crystal, and will you retrieve from that side? Yes. Okay. Wow. That was an awful lot of ridiculous work. So let's try that again. And hopefully it won't give us near as much trouble this time. And of course I'm missing Great Eye. So how do I make Great Eye? That stuff. Probably because I don't have any bone meal again. Outstanding. Well, let's go grab some freaking bone meal. Unbelievable. Man, this has just been much rougher. And it's probably because I thought I was going to be able to do this without much trouble. That's probably the whole reason this all happened. Wow. Maybe I'll just shut you off for a while since I continually seem to. Unbelievable day. What are you? I don't need that. Let's see. I think we can put. I am going to need to hang on to you guys, though. Really? Give me your bones. Silly thing. There we go. There's some bone meal. Let's let that bone meal build up for a while. Because we were taking it pretty quick. We were doing really good on it there for a while. So let's go make some gray dye. Excuse me, you're in the way, sir. Thank you. We are way past the wrapping up point, so I think if I can actually make this work. Let's see, will you make gray dye? Yes, thank God. Alright, so at least that went well. And let's try the old empowered Inori crystal again, just to make sure this little system is going to work. I think it's working this time. Nice. And so hopefully that should, yes. All right. Well, at least that part is done finally. So, I'm sorry it took so long. But you can see that I was able to get it automated eventually for auto crafting purposes. Now again, the rough part I think is going to be teaching it all the different recipes. But we should be able to handle that part of it without a problem now. So it looks like this is going to work. It may not be the prettiest thing in the world. And once we've gotten, the recipes that we're going to be using frequently programmed in here, I will fix up the floor. So I hope once again that you guys enjoyed watching me struggle through something that should have been very, very simple. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to watch more videos where I derp up very simple things. Thanks for stopping by today, guys, and take care.